Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Devi Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 25. How all the residents of Varanasi became Vaishnavas. Text 123 onwards. Etavadev jigyasyam tattva jigyasunatmanah anvayati rekabhyam yatsyat sarvatra sarvada. A person interested in transcendental knowledge must therefore always directly and indirectly inquire about it to know about the all-pervading truth. So this is the third verse of Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Oh no, sorry, it's the fourth verse. आमाते जे प्रीति से प्रेम परयो जहान कार्य द्वारे कही तार स्वरूप लक्षण. Supreme affection for me is called love of God, and that is the ultimate goal of life. Let me explain by practical example the natural characteristics of such love. Panchabhut yaiche bhutera bhitare bahi bhakta gane suriyami bahire antare. The five material elements are existing inside and outside of every living entity. Similarly, I, the Supreme Personality of God, am manifest within the heart of the devotee as well as outside his body. The pure devotee knows that he is a servant of Krishna eternal. He knows that everything can be used in the service of the Lord. So this is what the fourth shloka is. One need to understand it directly, indirectly, everywhere. And this is where Mahaprabhu is saying, says, I, the Supreme Personality of God, and am manifest within the heart of the devotee as well as outside his body. So only the pure devotee can see this. Yatha mahanti bhutani bhutesha cha avsheshanu pravishtani apravishtani teshu tatha teshu na teshaham. As the material elements enter the bodies of all living beings and yet remain outside them, I exist within all material creations and yet am not within them. So this is quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's also the third verse of Chatushloki. Bhakta ama preme bandhi ache hriday bhitare yaha netra pade taha dekha hai amare. A highly elevated devotee can bind me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his heart by love. Wherever he looks, he sees me and nothing else. So wherever he looks, means in every situation, in every condition, he only sees me. Many times something unfavorable happens in our life, then we start thinking, oh Krishna, where were you? Well, how come you didn't protect me? No, a devotee, he sees Krishna everywhere and Krishna's hand everywhere in all situations. And actually it is Krishna's hands everywhere. Just like we talk about this poet Jayadev Goswami, right? So much we have heard about him. Jayadev Goswami, now he was a Vaishnava, and somehow between Lord Shiva's followers and Vaishnavas, there have always been issues. So he went to one palace or a king. Okay, let me remember the details. If I don't remember, I know where to get to. The point I'm getting to is, somehow there was some problem between him and the king. And king asked his commander to punish Jayadev. So, commander, either the commander was more envious of him or something was there, but how he punished him, he cut off his hands and threw him in a hole in the ground so that he doesn't get out. Both the hands were cut off, and if I remember correctly, his legs were also cut off, and he was just thrown there to die. And even in that situation, Jayadev Goswami was chanting the holy names and just praying to the Lord. So some people were passing by later on. I think he was there for a few days, like that. Any regular person would have died. Hands, legs cut off, with bleeding, he would have died. And the pain, immense pain is there. And some people were passing by, they rescued him, took him out. And instead of complaining, he didn't say, he was just chanting God's name. And slowly, slowly, his hands and legs, they reappeared. So testing definitely will be there, but a devotee always sees Krishna's hand. That, my dear Lord, you did it, it's okay. Must be something I must have done. That is when a devotee cannot see anything except Krishna. Visrijati hridayam na yasya sakshan dharer avasha bihito api aghoganasha pranay rasanaya dhritangri padma sabhavati bhagavat pradhana ukta. Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who destroys everything inauspicious for his devotees, does not leave the hearts of his devotees, even if they remember him and chant about him inattentively. This is because the rope of love always binds the Lord within the devotees' hearts. Such devotees should be accepted as most elevated. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarvabhuteshu yapashet bhagavad bhavam atmana bhutani bhagavati atmani esha bhagavad uttama. A person advanced in devotional service sees within everything the soul of souls, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna. Consequently, he always sees the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a cause of all causes and understands that all things are situated in. So that's a symptom of an Uttamadhikari. Gayantu uchchair amum eva samhata vichikyor unmatakka vadvanadavanam praprachur akash vad antaram bahir bhuteshu santam purusham vanaspati. All the gopis assembled to chant the transcendental qualities of Krishna very loudly, and they began to wander from one forest to another like mad women. They began to inquire about the Lord, who is situated in all living entities, internally and externally. Indeed, they even asked all the plants and vegetables about him, the Supreme Person. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 30th chapter. The gopis almost went mad due to Krishna suddenly leaving the Ras dance. Because the gopis were fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, they were imitating his different postures and pastimes. They became very much saddened because of his absence, and this incident is explained by Shukdev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Ateva Bhagavate Tennakai Sambandha Avidaya Prayojanamai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, thus one's relationship with the Lord, activities and devotional service, and the attainment of highest goal of life, love of Godhead, are subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. In fact, this is the subject matter of every scripture. Some uh, stress more on sambandha than abhidheya and prayojan, but everything is only about these three topics. Vadanti tattva tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagvaniti. The absolute truth is known by the self-realized souls as a unified identity, known by different names: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagwan ek ashetam agra atmatmanam vipu atme chanu gatav atma anana mati upalakshana. Before the cosmic manifestation was created, the creative propensity was merged in the Supreme Lord's person. At that time, all potencies and manifestations are preserved in his personality. The Lord is a cause of all causes, and he is an all-pervading, self-sufficient person. Before the creation, he existed with his spiritual potency in the spiritual world, wherein various Vaikuntha planets are manifested. So this is from Bhagavatam, third canto. Means everything is created by him and all the energies are in him, nothing outside him. Ete chanchakala punsam Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yogai. All these incarnations of Godhead are either plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions of the Purusha avatars. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. In every age, he protects the world through his different features when the world is disturbed by the enemies of Indra. This is from Bhagavatam. And this is considered the basic sutra, essence of Bhagavatam. That this is it. That Krishna is the Supreme Personality. Eita sambandhishu nabhidaya bhakti bhagavate pratishlokya vyape yarasthiti. This is one's eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now please hear about the execution of devotional service. This principle pervades each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. The execution of devotional service. This is in each and every verse. Bhaktayam ekaya grahya shadhyatma priya satam bhakti punati man nishtha shvapakan api sambhava. Lord Krishna said, being very dear to the devotees and sadhus, I am attained through unflinching faith and devotional service. This Bhakti Yoga system, which gradually increases attachment for me, purifies even a human being born among dog eaters. That is to say, everyone can be elevated to the spiritual platform by the process of Bhakti Yoga. So anybody can perform Bhakti Yoga. Anybody, even dog eaters. Normal puja and yajna and anushthan, not everybody can do. But bhakti, it's available for everybody. Na sadhyati mam yogo, na sankhyam dharmadhava, na swadhyaya tapastyago, yatha bhakte ramamurjita. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, said, my dear Uddhava, neither through Ashtanga Yoga, the mystic yoga system to control the senses, nor through impersonal monism, or an analytical study of the absolute truth, nor through study of the Vedas, not through austerities, charity, or acceptance of sannyas, can one satisfy me, as much as by developing unalloyed devotional service unto me. This is how potent and how pleasing devotion service to Krishna is. Rest are good. I mean, one is performing austerities or other yoga system. It's just fine. But it doesn't please him. Bhayam dvitya viniveshitasya dishadavitasya viparyayo smriti tanmaya yato muddha avajetatam bhaktya ekyaisham guru devata. When the living entity is attracted by the material energy, which is separate from Krishna, he is overpowered by fear. Because he is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the material energy, his conception of life is reversed. In other words, instead of being the eternal servant of Krishna, he becomes Krishna's competitor. This is called Viparyayo Asmriti. To nullify this mistake, one who is actually learned and advanced worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a spiritual master, worshipful deity, and source of life. He thus worships the Lord by the process of unalloyed devotional service. So to become servant of Krishna instead of becoming competitor or becoming envious of Krishna, we are envious because of this material energy that has completely put us in her bounds. Rather than that, we have to become servant. And to how to do that? Just engage in deity, engage in devotional service. Eveshun prema yai moola prayojan, pulakashru nitya gita yahara lakshan. Now hear from me what actual love of Godhead is. It is a prime object of life and is symptomized by bodily trembling, tears in the eyes, chanting and dancing. Smaranta smaryantascha mitho aghog haram harim. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya bibrati utpulakam tan. Pure devotees manifest spiritual bodily symptoms of ecstatic love simply by remembering and reminding others of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who takes away everything inauspicious from the devotee. This position is attained by rendering devotional service according to the regulative principles and then rising to the platform of spontaneous love. So this is again from Bhagavatam. So, pure devotees manifest spiritual bodily symptoms of ecstatic love. Not by dancing like gopis or by imitating Krishna's pastimes, no. By remembering and reminding others of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. This is the only way. Remembering and reminding others means preaching. Or whenever we meet, talk only about Krishna, Krishna's pastimes. Or just chant the holy names of Krishna. This position is attained. This position means the symptoms of ecstatic love, prem, Krishna prem, is attained by rendering devotional service according to regulative principles, means Vedi Bhakti, and then slowly getting to Raganuga Bhakti. Evam prita swapriya nama kirti ajata anurago druta chittoche hasati atho rodati roti gayati unvadavat nrityati lokabhaya. When a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, he is agitated and loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs, cries, becomes agitated, and chants like a madman, not caring for outsiders. So this is when real Krishna prem has developed in his heart. Atev Bhagavata Sutrera Artha Rupa Nija Krita Sutrera Nija Bhashya Swarupa. Srimad Bhagavatam gives the actual meaning of the Vedanta Sutra. The author of the Vedanta Sutra is Vyasadeva, and he himself has explained those aphorisms in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Arthoyam Brahma Sutranam Bhartartha Viniranaya Gayatri Bhashya Rupa So Vedartha Paribrahmita Purananam Samarupa Sakshat Bhagavatottitaha Dvadasha Skanda Yuktoyam Shatavicheda Samyita Grantho Ashtadasha Sahasra Srimad Bhagavata Adibhi. The meaning of the Vedanta Sutra is present in Srimad Bhagavata. The full purport of the Mahabharata is also there. The commentary of Brahma Gayatri is also there and fully expanded with all Vedic knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam is a supreme Purana and it was compiled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his incarnation as Vyasadeva. There are 12 cantos, 335 chapters, and 18,000 verses. So this is from Garud Purana and glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva Veda Itihasanam Saram Saram Samudhrita. The essence of all Vedic literature and all histories has been collected in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam was collected by the incarnation of God Vyasadeva and it was later taught to his son Shukdev Goswami. So this is what Srimad Bhagavatam, essence of all Vedic literature. And more important, because from Srimad Bhagavatam, all the Katav dharma, cheating dharma has been kicked out. Cheating dharma, even if it is explained in Vedas, the Karma Kanda, not in Bhagavatam. Because after compiling all other Vedic literature, Puranas, Itihasas, Upanishads, everything, Vyasadeva was still not satisfied. He was morose, he was not happy. And Narad Muni came, he said, you explained everything, but you didn't explain pure devotion service to Krishna. You didn't explain his pastimes. You didn't explain his incarnations. So means if Vyasadeva was not satisfied by explaining all the karma kanda, how can we be satisfied by performing it? Thinking that just getting material gains by performing karma kanda, we can be happy. No. Sarva Vedanta Saram hi Srimad Bhagavatam Ishyate Tad Rasamrita Triptasya Nanyatra Syadarati Kochit. Srimad Bhagavatam is accepted as the essence of all Vedic literature and Vedanta philosophy. Whoever tastes the transcendental mellow of Srimad Bhagavatam is never attracted to any other literature. This is again from Bhagavatam. Gayatrira Arthe E Grantha Aramban Satyam Param Sambandha Dhimahi Sadhan Prayoja. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is an explanation of the Brahma Gayatri mantra. The absolute truth, Satyam Param, indicates the relationship. And we meditate, Dhimahi, on him, indicates the execution of devotional service and the ultimate goal of life. See, when we read this is the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. If somebody reads it, obviously he's not going to make out all these meanings. But Mahaprabhu is explaining it. Even first verse, it explains Sambandha, Avideya, and Prayoja. We meditate, Dhimahi, on him. And that meditation is through devotional service. Janmadhyasya yatasa, next verse. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna, because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It's he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. So material universes appear factual or real, although they are unreal, only because of him. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Okay, I guess we can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments?
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी, जैसे जैसे आप कथा की ओर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं ना, वैसे वैसे सीट्स बढ़ रही है आगे। 200 अब हो गया अभी।
Okay.
Hopefully they'll cross 400 soon.
Chalo, whatever Krishna wants.
Very bold.
हरि
Hare
बोल।
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chalo, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.
हरे कृष्णा, जय श्री राम।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.